Hey guys, you guys good? I'm good. Today we're going to be doing a YouTube video. We're going to be drawing an OC. Now if you don't know what OC means original character. And we're going to be drawing a character called Luca Benjamin. And he's from my webtoon or webcomic that I'll be releasing soon, called The Misadventures of Mr. Benjamin. So yeah, it's going to be a great video. I'll be talking through it as I film. And this video is sort of like the beginning of a new era on my channel, where I'm going to be uploading videos basically a lot. So yeah, let's get started. So I guess I'll sort of walk you guys through the process. Really, you can't really see the pencil now, but basically, to substitute for that, I'll just be talking about this character, about the manga, and about how to create OC. But first we're gonna really and truly talk about the webcomic, and then we'll delve onto why I made him this way. And this is basically how you create an OC. So basically, if you guys didn't know, this comic is called The Misadventures of Mr. Benjamin, and it's unreleased yet, but I'm going to be releasing it to a competition. Originally it was for another YouTuber called Randall Markin's birthday manga bash, but I took too long on the thingy and I missed the deadline, and I'm still drawing it today. I'm not even halfway through. I literally just reached the halfway point. But yeah, so I'll read the story synopsis and the plot for you. So Luca Benjamin goes on a perilous journey with a witch named Hester in hopes of finding and defeating the great Dragon King from taking over the great continent. So yeah, it's basically one of those sort of stories, but it's not like, it sounds like isekai. It's not an isekai, not always. It's like real, it takes place in their world, and the plot is Luca Benjamin, a cowardly boy, gains unnatural abilities from an encounter with a demon known as a Belial. From this encounter, he meets a faulty witch named Hester, who wants to defeat the great Dragon King as revenge for her fallen brothers and sisters. Luca, who's in search of an adventure, decides to help her. As Luca's taken into the world of witches and wizards alike, this is going to be one hell of a journey. So yeah, that's basically the plot. This comic is really just about a boy called Luca Benjamin, whose father was a mysterious adventurer and book writer, and his father passed away, and Luca, what he wanted to do is he wanted to finish one of his father's books, right? But he just didn't have that writing skill. He didn't have that experience that made his father's books, one of the best, sellers. And in this world, it is very different from our world. Let me just make that plain. All my comics, the worlds are different. So yeah, in hopes to, get that adventurous experience, Luca Benjamin, what he does is he joins his town's guild, and his town's called Glenswood. He joins the Glenswood Guild, and the Glenswood Guild is basically, it's this organization, right? It's a very secret organization, but it's this organization, and their main goal is to really just protect the village from any outside entities. This world, right? In this world, there's many demons and beasts and monsters that that the guild don't want the citizens of Glenswood knowing about. And this is partly just because in this world the human population is really low. Like there's hardly any humans left alive. So Glenswood is one of like the last few human civilizations, and it was all because of a witch called Morgana, who basically cursed humans, to only be able to reproduce when the moon is blue, So yeah, once in blue moon, basically that's how the human population decreased. But however, Luca doesn't stick with this guild for long, because on one of his missions, his first mission that he completes with the guild, he basically finds out that that the guild are hiding these creatures from the public. He basically discovers that there's a whole other world out there, and this sort of like confuses Luca. He wonders why has the guild done this, why is the guild doing this? He sort of rebels against them, and they don't really like that. They don't like that he rebelled against them. So yeah, and on this mission he met Hester the witch, right? That's how he basically realized, what, witches and wizards, they exist? I didn't know about this. Nobody knew about this. And basically through Hester, Luca, he basically gains all this information about the world that the guild has kept secret from him and his family for generations, and it gives him basically more of a reason to write this book, to tell the people of Glenswood, and the remaining human population that there are more stuff out there, there's more stuff out there. So yeah, basically that's basically the plot. And it also revolves around the demon, the Belial demon that they first fight, because the encounter with the demon, it wasn't it wasn't planned. They didn't know that the demon would appear, right? It's a really strong demon, so basically it goes rampant in the city as well, and Luca and Hester have to work together to basically just stop that from happening. And basically that's really the one shot. That's how it ends off, and if the one shot does do good, I might just continue the story, because I have quite a bit planned for it, if I was to continue it. So yeah, that's basically the story. Now let's get on to making an OC. What I really had in mind when creating this character was that he was a very, like, let's just say he was a very I don't really know how to put it in words. He was too big for his boots, or should I say his boots were too big for him, basically. He was in a sort of situation where he was a little fish in a big pond, or whatever. That saying. Guys know how that saying goes. Luca Benjamin, he's got a very big personality, but he's got a very frail body. He's not very strong. He's very weak. And it's one of the reasons why his main weapon is a shield. He uses a shield to fight rather than a sword, but the shield has swords in it, but it's mainly a shield. And his power, his abilities, that were granted to him through the demon, the Belial, basically it's nothing crazy. It's not fire magic, it's none of that. It's his magic ability is the ability to store anything he wants in a backpack, right? And whatever he takes out of this backpack, he can give magical properties. So for example, he puts a sword in the backpack, he takes it out of the backpack. Now the sword can extend as long as it wants. The blade is as long as it wants, or maybe it has fire in it. And the backpack is infinite, so it's like his own little world. It's really cool. And yeah, he can basically just live in there, design it, customize it, blah blah. We're not really meant to be talking about his powers, but there's a reason I gave him this sort of power. It's not a very it's not a very offensive power. It's a defensive power, or supportive power, and that's kind of the role that Luca Benjamin plays. And he leaves most of the heavy hitting to the witch Hester, because she's the witch. She has all these magic, fire abilities. She's very strong, but she can't really control her magic because it's just too strong for her, But yeah. But what I had in mind with Luca was that he's a character that dreams too big, and he can't do everything by himself. That's why he needs help. That's why I introduced Hester the witch, right? Because if Luca was in the situation by himself, obviously he has his wits about him, he has his intelligence, but for the sort of creatures that they're facing, something with a backpack in it is not gonna, a backpack ain't gonna, do some heavy hitting, you know what I mean, mate? We need some fireballs in this place, you know what I mean, mate? So, we can't exercise a demon with a backpack, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But Luca is the main character, though. Don't get me wrong. He is the cool character. He's the main character. He's well, he's not very cool. Let me rephrase that. He's a calm. Actually, no, he's not calm either. He's the opposite of calm. What the hell am I thinking? Yeah, he's a very spontaneous. He's not calm at all. He gets very nervous very quickly. But it's like something else is controlling him. He has quite a lot of bravery, though. That's the good thing about him. He's like a brave character, even though he knows he's weak. He's like Deku, for example, And I guess it all just comes, back again to his, what I've given him, that sort of basically just spells his personality out. I've given him a shield and I've given him a backpack. I haven't given him a sword and a shield. I've given him a shield and a backpack. I haven't given him a gun. I haven't given him an arrow. I haven't given him a spear. I've given him a shield, Other than Rising of the Shield Hero, I don't know, what other protagonist uses a shield, to be honest. And this shield is a different kind of shield, it's a good shield. The Titan shield is called. you know. And the Titan Shield, it basically just, you know, it spits out his personality. Basically, all it really making an OC is just about designing characters and personality, you know. But other than that, yeah, that's personality done. Now we got onto character design. As you can see here, I've given him quite a basic character design. I've given him just a nice little buttoned up shirt, which shows he's like a very classy person. You know, his father, you know, basically raised him well, you know. And I've given him a nice little brown overtop, or whatever you call it, you know. And that's just sort of like just to add on to that classy sort of vibe and style that he has going for him. You know, he's a very I don't know how to explain it, you know. He's that kind of character, you know. He's not one of those raging characters that, you know, have these problems and, you know, are all very spontaneous, you know. That's like a Benjamin, you know. Basically, what you need to have when creating an OC, the things that come to mind are, you need to have, you know, unique looks, a unique personality. He doesn't have to be unique, but it has to be very distinct. You have to make it clear what kind of character he is and he is going to be. You can't have him dress like a nerd but act like a bully or a jock, you know. You know, unless that's exactly what you're aiming for. So yeah, you know, you guys basically get the gist. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You know, I don't think it was that helpful, to be honest. I was just rambling. I haven't made a video in a long time, but yeah, maybe next time I'll do a bit more research before I try and make videos like this, informative videos at least. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Take care. Goodbye. I'll see you guys later.